I've often been asked the question, are 30-year loans a good thing? Now, we have offered 30-year loans in the past, and it's every individual's choice whether they want to take up a 30-year loan or not. But I think there's certain key factors that one should possibly consider. For one, a 30-year loan, or the attractiveness of it, is to reduce the monthly payment. When you start the loan at the same interest rate, a 20-year loan or a 30-year loan at the start, you would have a mildly lower monthly repayment on the 30-year loan. But the downside is that you are going to pay down the capital on that 30-year loan over a obviously far longer period than the 20-year loan. So what you save on a monthly basis in terms of how much you pay or pay less and free up cash for other essential or non-essential items, you're going to lose by possibly paying off the loan over 10 years longer. And I'm not convinced that that's such a healthy situation. If you think about it, a lot of us buy a home in our 30s somewhere, our first home. If you take out a 30-year loan at that point, you could be paying it off conceivably till somewhere in your 60s. South Africa's one of the key problems South Africa currently has is firstly an aging population. The strongest growing age cohorts are somewhere in their 50s and 60s. They're heading for retirement, and they're often not well prepared. Our savings rate is dismal. It's a widely known fact. The Reserve Bank publishes figures to that extent, and we just aren't saving enough. And I think that one of the problems, or why we're often not prepared for retirement, is firstly, a lot of us these days seem to be having children later in life. So we squander away our cash in our 20s. We enjoy life till in our 30s. We have kids later. They're on our payroll, if you could call it that way, till sometimes when we're in our 60s. Whereas earlier generations often had their kids in their 20s, were finished by their late 40s, and had time to save in their 50s until mid-60s and retire. I've seen that with my parents' generation. But the other key issue is that we have too much debt till too late in life, well into our 50s and 60s, and so we also never get around to saving for retirement until it's too late. So think very carefully about a 30-year loan. It's everybody's choice, as I say, and they do exist. But be careful. You save a bit now on your monthly payments, but you can pay dearly for it later. One more thing to just think about with 30-year loans is that while at the starting interest rate, the 30-year loan would be cheaper, but a couple of percentage points of increase in interest rates at some point in future can take the monthly repayment of a 30-year loan up to a higher level than a 20-year loan. So don't think that it always essentially will be cheaper on a monthly basis either. That's not necessarily the case, depending on what interest rates do.